Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the topic RAG. So what is RAG, why we are using RAG, and what are the main challenges of LLM models that helps us to move over RAG model. So these are the main topics for this video. So before going to the video, I would like to thank all my subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and also requesting to the new watchers to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. And also please tap the bell icon for the latest notifications. So let us dive deep into the video. So what is RAG? So RAG stands for Retrieval, Augmented Generation. So basically it has three words. So let us see word by word meaning. So the first one is retrieval. Retrieval means you're retrieving. So you're extracting. Augmented generation. So augmented generation means you are able to generate something based on the side cross-reference text that you provide, in addition to the added on knowledge that is already there. So that is the main meaning of this augmented generation. So in the whole retrieval augmented generation, which is called RAG, it is the process of optimizing the output, that is the response of a large language model, that is LLMs. So that means you are able to generate responses which are more effective than the normal responses that you have initially developed. So that is the main idea of the RAG model. So why we are using RAG model, that we'll discuss in our next slide. But I want to make sure what is exactly the RAG model. So it's just a definition, but you have to know in detail, right? So I will tell a simple example. So you have developed an application for any organization, whether it is university, whether it is a company, or whether it is a hospital, etc. You have developed one application in your particular workplace. So once you have developed and once you have deployed, whatever the knowledge that you have fed into the bot, so there will be some additional knowledge that is happened after the knowledge that is already fed. And there are some things that have changed. So whenever your application is answering a particular question, if that answer is pertaining to the changed information as well as the new event that has happened, then your bot will misguide the user, whoever using it. So in such kind of situation, you can retrain the model using this RAG approach. So that's the main purpose of using RAG. So how you can do that? So you can do by inputting an additional data, that is new data, which acts as an authoritative knowledge base. So what is authoritative? Authoritative means something which is authorized. So that means you're telling this is correct, this is proven, you can input this. So that is the main idea behind the RAG model. So you are inputting a new authoritative knowledge base besides of the training data. That means besides of your knowledge base initially that you fed. So whenever you ask the question to the model, then the model will take the inputs that has given by this authoritative knowledge base as well as the base that it has, and then it will design an effective response. So that is called RAG model, which is called Retrieval Augmented Generation. And large language models, that is LLMs, have vast amount of data. That means it was trained on billions, trillions of parameters to generate the tasks for our applications. So this RAG will helps you to have powerful capabilities for the specific domains in which we are using LLMs. So it can help an organization to improvise its internal knowledge base and without retraining from the scratch. So that's the main advantage of using the RAG model. So because of this reason, it is a cost-effective approach because you're saving some billions of dollars for training the parameters by simply inputting some additional text to the LLM application. So that's the reason that many people have been opting this RAG model. So let us go to the next slide. why RAG? So why we are using RAG? So almost whatever we have discussed, that's the main reason. So basically, for the LLMs, that is large language models, it comes from the technology, artificial intelligence, as well as some natural language processing. So in both the technologies, the common thing is we are automating the existing business process by developing some applications. So whenever you're dealing with generative AI, that means the text data generating the responses like bots, etc. So you are making the user to listen the response that you are producing. That means the bot is producing. So whenever if it generates some unpredictable data, or if it's overism too, and if it is misguiding, then it leads to lot of trust issues, as well as the impact that it has on the society will be so much. So for avoiding those kind of situations to some extent, we are using this RAG model. So basically the goal is to create the bot that can answer user questions in various contexts by cross-referencing the authority to knowledge sources that you have fed into the bot additionally besides of its original knowledge base. So that is the main reason that we are using RAG. So because there are some challenges that you are facing using LLM models, you are opting for RAG. So what are the challenges? So the challenges that we have discussed till now. So that means the first one, presenting the false information when it does not have the answer. So false information. The best example is the rules that have changed after you have developed the application in your workplace. So whenever you have such kind of things, and if it generate a false information, the best example is initially the university is accepting 350 GRE score. Then later it has changed, like, oh, okay, it's fine, like if you're having 320 you can get admission. So some people, like if they see like if they ask the question, and if the bot does not have this newly latest thing, like even if you have 320 you can apply, if it does not have this knowledge in which was fed to the bot, so it will simply generate the response, the original thing, that is you have to have 350. Then many people will won't apply because they don't have the criteria met, right? So that leads to the loss of applications for that university. So there will be some loss for them, right? So like that. So this is one example of this challenge. I hope you understand. Then the second challenge, that is presenting out of date or generic information when the user expects a specific current response. So this is one kind of situation that you can see. When first time the ChatGPT was launched, that is in November 2022, it was first initially fed with the knowledge till September 2021. So anything other than that, if you ask, it will give some generic information by simply assumption it on its own. So that is the one of the thing that we can find as a challenge of LLM. Because till 2021 we have only 2 COVID waves, and the Omicron variant has came after that, so it's come at the end of 2021. So if we ask about Omicron variant during that time, so it won't tell. It will tell it is also some virus or something. It will assume everything and it will tell. So but the user is expecting some specific information. So that is one of the challenge of using LLM. And coming to the third challenge, creating a response from non-authoritative sources. So this was the wide thing that even normal human beings also will experience, because whenever you're using some model or something like that, look, or else I will tell you a simple example first. So whenever you're using web, if you tried searching for some topic or something, you will get some thousands of resources. So one people will write one thing, one person will write one thing, one person will write one thing, like that. Of course, they are not totally different, but they will have some little differences. Then they have some similarity, right? So you will be confused which one is good, which one is correct, which one to follow, etc., etc. So we even like ours, like human beings, are confused. Like, what about the LLM model? It is just a model which was created by human. So it doesn't know like which one is correct, which one is thing. So it's a non-authoritative resources. So that is one kind of thing. So whenever it generates some response from non-authoritative sources, so which is not authorized, it leads to some discrepancies, right? And next challenge, creating inaccurate responses due to terminology confusion, wherein different training sources use the same terminology to talk about different things. I will tell a simple example. Suppose if there is a one topic which was written by two different authors, one author will have one terminology, other author will have other terminology. And sometimes both refers to the same thing, but they have different terminology. So we will be getting confused, and then we will start searching the dictionary or start searching the Google and try to find. So similarly, a model like LLM, how it can understand, because it's software created by human. So how it will understand clearly. So there will be some disturbances and confusion in terminology, right? So these are some challenges of LLM models. So you can overcome these to some extent using the RAG. So basically, I could say a large language model is an over enthusiastic model, like how a new employee who refuses to stay informed about the current events, and he will tell that everything with absolute confidence. So unfortunately, such an attitude can have a negative impact, and it will lose the trust whenever you're using in the real world. So RAG is one approach for solving these challenges. So it basically redirects the LLM to retrieve the relevant information from the authoritative predetermined knowledge sources that we have additionally inputted, so that the organizations will have greater control over the generated text output, and they will gain some insights how we can generate the response. That means how an LLM can generate the response. A simple example is whenever there is an interview or something, the people will suggest you whatever the question. Suppose if they ask you a question which you don't know, and you just tell with full confidence, so that will help you to land in a job, because the interviewer will see your confidence. But such kind of confidence, since large language is telling you like it is telling but simple example like Omicron variant in initially developed, now it will give about everything, because now they are improvising versions to version, etc. But I'm telling about the situation which was done initially. It was launched, the ChatGPT was launched. Again, don't comment that you have tell like this, it's giving response like that. I'm telling the situation which was happened earlier. Okay, so at that kind of situation, it won't give the response, or it will try to mimic and it will give some generic responses by simply assuming that it knows everything based on the knowledge that it has. So that's a thing that we have to avoid, because it will leads to some discrepancies in the society. And also the surgery operation example that I have discussed. That means suppose if like you have to know like how to do operation for some particular thing. So it should tell you like that you should not follow this because a doctor is more appropriate, but for your information I'm giving this is the information that I have. But it should give some warning or some note. Otherwise, if a people follow, it will due to some disappearances, right? So that's the thing. So basically it is overconfidence, and it will tell everything that it has, even if it doesn't have the knowledge. So for overcoming that, we are giving some predetermined authoritative sources and ask the bot to think based on the thing that we have given as well as it has, and then to generate the response. So that is the main idea behind RAG. Even if you are using RAG also, there will be some disturbances that we will see in our further improvised techniques, which we'll be discussing furthermore in our videos. So I hope you understand this video. So let us comment in the comment section for the new topics. Like you guys can ask me, and let us see some good topics and more improvised techniques and applications interesting in this field like LLMs, generative AI, in our next videos. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you.